The pain was so excruciating that Karim begged the doctors to cut off his leg. Because of the war, they had to do it without an anaesthetic. His screams were so loud that people on the floor above thought that someone was giving birth. This 14-year-old boy, who was top of his class and dreamt of owning his own bike, now thinks he'll never ride one again.
Karim started yelling that there was a tank down the street near our house that was telling us to evacuate the area. I ran outside with my daughter to check on him and my husband. They were rushing towards me when a tank opened fire. My husband and I were injured, and so were Karim and my 12-year-old daughter.
Two British charities, Project Pure Hope and Save a Child, have written to the Foreign and Home Secretaries asking them to evacuate Karim and 10 other children to the UK for specialist treatment. Other European countries, including France, Italy and Switzerland, have accepted children from Gaza for medical care. Money for their travel and medical costs has already been raised. Their stay in Britain would only be temporary for the course of their treatment. It just needs the British government to sign it off, and they haven't done so.
The patient losing his life because of many difficulties. We face it as a medical teams in this department, so we cannot dealing with these cases. Karim now this case is deteriorated day by day.
Zaina was injured in a fire after an airstrike on the camp that she was living in. More than a fifth of her small body is covered in second and third degree burns. Her thighs, the palms of her hands, her chest, back, neck, face and forehead. She's had 16 operations in just 2 months. That's one on average every 3 to 4 days. It is amazing she survived.
One day at around 2:30 p.m. I went to get bread. When I came back, my wife was screaming that Zaina was injured. I asked her what's happened, and she told me that there was a strike on the refugee camp. Zaina was so scared, she ran into the fire where my wife was cooking.
These children aren't just suffering physical pain, they're experiencing deep trauma too.
Her pain keeps getting worse, and sometimes she wakes up screaming at night. She barely eats. Whenever she sees someone in a medical uniform, she panics and starts screaming. She is always afraid.
The hospitals, so damaged by the fighting, cannot give the children the treatment they need. Asleep or awake, they're haunted by the pain of the injuries and the sounds of war. They have a small chance of recovery. Britain, if only they could go there. Alistair Bunkle, Sky News, in Jerusalem.